Hey everyone, welcome to Equine Photo School. In this little slideshow presentation here, just have a few slides, like one for each of those little blue dots. Remember earlier when we, looked at the pattern overall and that one of the first videos that we watched. We're going to show you like what a good timed, a well-timed, perfectly timed, I guess, shot is at each one of those points along the way. So without further ado, let's get into it. But as you can see on the screen, timing is everything. So without good timing, like I've said before, without good timing, none of this really works. It's pointless to take a picture if it's not well timed. You might as well not even be there if you're just going to shoot willy-nilly and hope for the best. Hope marketing isn't very good marketing, as they say. So let's dive in. Okay, on this first one here, we're just, a review real quick of the pattern and what we're talking about. So you can follow these green arrows around the pattern for horses that go right and some horses go left. But this gets us there either way. So we're going to basically be taking the points, the same pictures at the same point, whether they go left or right. It's sort of irrelevant. Just a quick reminder, if you're shooting on a 70-200, you're going to be much closer than you are with a longer lens. We're still going to be taking roughly the same shots, okay? It's not going to vary that much. This is the first shot on the first barrel. So as that horse comes around, I'm going to put this little star and you're going to see it move throughout this pattern today. Each one of these stars correlates to the photo that you're seeing here. What we want here is to see these front legs kind of planted, the back legs getting in the dirt. That's going to be a common theme. You're going to hear me say that several times today. As they just are starting to come around this barrel here, we're snagging this very first shot. I usually wait for them to start to corner around this barrel here, just like this. Boom, she planted legs. Boom, everything is coming to a here, right, to a point right there as she plants to make the next move. Now the next move looks like this, launching out of this barrel here. So this is basically the next stride coming in, and then this is your second shot. So right here, as they're exiting out of this barrel, these front feet are up or launching their powerful back legs. Horse and rider are both driven towards second barrel. So they're leaving first barrel. A lot of power here. These back two legs are planting in the dirt. You can see these muscles pushing really hard. This front end, if it's up in the air like this, they love that. I mean, if you can get both legs up, even better. That doesn't necessarily mean they're going faster with legs up in the air, but they do like the way that looks, and it sells. Like this shot sells all the time. And you'll see all my kind of lighting here. You can see that I've lit this in such a way that it emphasizes the muscles and, makes these look more three-dimensional. Lighting, of course, is for another time, and it's the other course. So check out the Lighting 101 to 301 course. And this is your classic second barrel shot. Front end is down in the dirt. It makes this nice V. Those front legs, boom, they're planted. These back legs, they're down in the dirt. They are, there's dirt flying usually in here. And she's planted. She's come down. She's hit, kind of bottomed out, and everything is down, right? All this, you can see there's nothing flying upwards. They're not going up. They're down. They're landed. They came around this barrel, and as soon as that hits, boom, we're timing that shot out perfectly, okay? This is the shot that's going to make you the most money ever. Everybody always comes to the booth. They already know they want this shot. Our job is to try to sell them some other shots and maybe some collages. The reason I take all these other shots is so we can sell a collage or two along the way. Those custom collages, they'll make up for 10 or 15 prints. So we don't have to sell, a lot of those custom collages. We might sell 10 of those in a weekend. That's as good as selling 100 different 8x10s. You know what I mean? So stuff like that really sells. And if you can get a bunch of these shots around the way that are perfectly timed and they look really good, go around all these barrels, they're going to want a collage. And if they do a basic collage, cool. If they do a custom collage, that's good money in your bank right there. So that's some stuff that you can do in between events too. Those custom collages, take care of those later. Keeps the booth flowing. This is your shot. This is the classic shot right here. Take note, take a screenshot if you need to. So the next shot is here. This is still on second barrel. So as they come around, they're basically broadside to you here. One of these front feet is up. Sometimes you can get them both up and they're really going for some power around here, but this back end is in the dirt. We got dirt flying. We got stuff happening. Usually you can't really see their face because a lot of times they'll say, oh, my face, blah, my face is doing this or that. If you can get some shots without their face doing weird things, they're going to buy it because like they might hate all their other shots because their face is doing some weird thing. But here, they're both looking towards third barrel. They're making moves. They're going fast. Got dirt flying. These sell. And if you can time out this is probably the most challenging of all the shots to time out, is this. We're making this look cool. A lot of times, it's hard to get them this nice side profile. If you can get this, they're going to buy it. Going to third barrel. This is our first shot on third. Get this as they come around. Same thing. Planted, back end in the dirt. Looking, she might not love her hand position here, but that's all right. That's not for you to decide and whatever. So take the shot. When the horse looks good, that's when you take the shot. I mean, we can't control everything, but we can take a shot when the horse looks its best. And that's right here. Back end down, front end planted. Everything looks solid. Boom, right away. Same thing that we had on that first barrel. We got these front feet coming off the ground. Back end is powerful. We're pushing really hard. We're coming. This horse is really trying hard. It's even pinned its ear back a little bit. So, I mean, this horse is really wanting to do a good job, right? And when people see that in their horses, they see them looking powerful. They look pretty. They want to buy these pictures. And then this shot is just like one more stride out. You can see like we're still zoomed in to like 200 or 300 millimeters on this shot and hold it because your gut's going to tell you keep zooming out and keep maintaining this kind of framing. But if we can get a little bit closer here, so we got this shot is still there and we're still tight. We're still very, very tight. We're starting to cut off some legs here, right? So you can see this is our second to last shot here. And then finally our last shot, look how close we are. We are zoomed way in. See the background gets really blurry. We got that nice bokeh going on is what they call that. Blurry backgrounds called bokeh. This shot, this is your final shot. We're still probably around that 200, might be like 180. Might have to start to back it off a little bit, maybe, but try to really keep that locked in. Keep that nice tight shot zoomed in at 200 to 300 millimeters, depending on what you got. So that's it. Those are our shots. We're going to go back through them real quick. We got basically 2 shots on each barrel and then 3 to 4 coming home. So coming home, that's kind of up to you. You want to try to time your shots coming home too. Like timing is still everything. Like this shot here, she's looking up. This looks powerful. So you want these horses' feet. Like again, we got horses front end up, back end push down in the dirt. You can time it out. So like every other leg, like one back down, one front down, and one front up, one back up. This looks like a racehorse. We kind of have a pattern going on here, right? Like planted, all legs down, planted, good position. And then this is like, okay, now we're driving. So we're planted and then we're driving and then we're planted again. So we got this nice triangle again, nice planted. Everything is like calm, cool, collected, coming around fast. And then we're launching again and then we're planted and then we're launching again. Make sure you get this nice tight profile shot too. Makes it easy also online to identify horse and riders because they can see their face really big on the screen. Even if they're looking at small thumbnails, it makes it easier to see who it is. If they knock over first barrel, second barrel, third barrel, if they still run home hard, they're still getting after it on their way home, you got 4 more opportunities to sell a picture. I've had so many girls come up to me and say, Oli, I am so glad that you kept shooting. You saw that I knocked down all these barrels. I wasn't going to be able to get a picture from this weekend. I worked so hard to get here and we've just had such a hard time. And I'm just so thankful that you took these pictures running home because those are the only pictures that I got. Otherwise, I'd be empty handed. I would not have gotten a souvenir from this weekend. I wouldn't have any professional pictures to remember this weekend by. Even though I knocked down all the barrels, I still want a picture. It's amazing. All they wanted was this, or this is all they got. If they knocked down the other barrels and they didn't look good or whatever happened, or sometimes they just want something different, like you don't see this shot very often. And these are the 8 to 10 that sell the best. It's obvious like this is the number 1 seller by a long shot. I hope that this helped. If you have any questions, of course, drop them below in the little comment box and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can.